Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories throughout the Carolinas. Our story today comes from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, Veteran shot outside VA clinic in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'll provide you with a summary here, and I'll place a link to a few of the full articles in the description box. Well, this was one of the trending news stories on the late evenings 2 Fridays ago, but information was not being released in a timely manner, and eventually it seemed to have gotten lost in the traffic. But it was a big deal for us when it happened, so I wanted to share it with you. We heard that a woman had shot a man and that the shooting happened on the VA grounds in front of the urgent care clinic at the Fayetteville VA Medical Center on Ramsey Street here in Fayetteville. And the reason why this was a big deal for us is because we really don't have instances of shots fired at the VA hospital. So we tried our best to stay on top of it, and I want to take this time to share with you exactly what we found out about the story. So we found out that a veteran had been shot directly outside of the urgent care clinic at the old VA hospital. Now there are two VA hospitals, right? And we're talking about the old one, which was the one in this picture, and the urgent care clinic is on the opposite side. We first heard a woman had shot a male veteran and that a security guard had disarmed the woman and held her in custody until the State Bureau of Investigation and the Fayetteville police had arrived to make the arrest. And that's because the VA police do not have arresting authority. And as soon as we heard the news, we began to speculate about a possible relationship between the victim and the suspect, because in our reality, when you hear of incidents such as this one, that's usually what happens. But we were so wrong, because the only thing they had in common was that both people involved were veterans. The two people had no knowledge of each other. A male veteran was standing outside of the urgent care clinic when he was shot in the stomach by a female veteran. And this is the woman responsible for the shooting. Again, her name is Jasmine Laquanamoya Thomas. She's a 27-year-old veteran. According to reports, she was taken down by a VA police officer who happened to be in the area of the clinic at the time the shooting happened. And we were surprised. In fact, we were all surprised when we found out that she was not shot and she was not injured, or that she was still alive. And I'll tell you why in a few minutes. But according to affidavits filed by the FBI, the suspect mother, who was with her at the hospital, reported to authorities that she had brought her daughter, this veteran, she had brought the veteran into the VA hospital for treatment because the veteran was experiencing some type of a mental crisis. And the victim in this case had stepped outside of the clinic to make a phone call. It was reported he was calling his wife to come pick him up because he had just completed some type of treatment at the hospital. And he was still on the phone with his wife when he was shot. The victim ran back inside the clinic, told them he was shot, and that's where he collapsed. According to witnesses, a VA police officer who was in the urgent care clinic at the time he ran outside, saw two women, the suspect and the mother. He was able to disarm the suspect, place her in handcuffs, take her into custody, and held her there until officers with the arresting authority arrived, and she immediately confessed to the shooting. Investigators reviewed the security data from the cameras that are in the area, and there are cameras all over the VA. And they were able to locate a handgun that had been thrown into the vestibule. She just threw it right there just after the shooting occurred. So they got her and they found the handgun, but that was not the only thing they found. When they searched a vehicle which was parked, the vehicle was registered to her, and it was parked right there in the parking lot, which is directly outside of the clinic. And when they searched it, they found a red duffel bag with ammunition. So we don't know what. We're just grateful that only one shot was fired, even though it appeared it could have been a whole lot worse. The victim was transported to Cape Fear Medical Center here in Fayetteville, and he was reported to be in critical condition. There was an article in which he was identified by name, And his wife was elaborating on what she heard while she was on the phone with her husband. And even though many may wish to hear her perspective, I've decided to leave that information out of this video so that the family can continue to have a bit more privacy. But I do want to take a minute to reflect on the actions of the VA police officer who independently disarmed this woman and held her down until the folks with the authority to lock her up arrived. I think he should be commended for his actions. He should be commended for a job well done. Not one additional shot was fired at the scene of this incident, and it says a lot about the Fayetteville VA police and the way in which they were trained. In comparison, it was just last month when we read about a VA police at the Dallas Fort Worth VA hospital who shot a man 19 times and killed him. This man was carrying a knife, and in his eyes, I guess in the VA police eyes, this man was perceived as a threat. So they fired 19 shots and killed him. Sure sounds rather pathetic to me. Maybe some folks from Dallas Fort Worth should come down to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we can show you how it's done. We can show you what it takes to de-escalate a situation and to use minimum force, especially when you're dealing with veterans who are seeking medical services. That's all I have for you right now. Please leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this story, and feel free to share this video. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And if you click on this notification bell right here, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.